Hello everyone, this is Alex Pop from Romania and welcome back to another chess discussion. Last time we were last time I was beginning to explain some of the ideas that could be linked with analyzing your games and applying them on a site like Lichess. So gathering your mistakes, revisiting them and then seeing them afterwards. The point One point that I would like to bring up, this website Chessable can be used and is used to practice certain moves. So it's used as a spaced repetition tool for chess. So you can make a course or you can buy a course. As you can see here, all courses. You have courses like Lifetime Repertoire for Jan Gustafsson and so on and so forth. A lot of them. Some of them are priced accordingly, they're priced even higher. Wow. 164 euros. Sweet Jesus, this is a lot. And one point I'd like to, I want, I think they have Dvoretsky's Endgame Manual. Yeah, uh, yeah. This website allows you to import a PGN, right? And it will make a course out of it. So I am not suggesting you download Dvoretsky's Endgame Manual as a PGN, inserting that PGN here and creating a course, saving yourself $36. You did not hear that from me. I totally don't. I, I did not tell you that. Yeah, there are certain tools like ChessGod or LibGen or VK that could be used to create a course. Since we have the PGN file, we can create a course out of it. And so for standard books, you could, in a sense, get them via a different route. You had to be extremely crazy to buy these books and pirate them, or pirate them and then buy them. I should know because I did both. So, with that being said, Dvoretsky Endgame Manual, for instance, is a typical endgame manual. It's a structured way of getting the endgame. My point here is that there are loads and loads and loads of materials, even here, but there are loads of chess books, for instance, like Quality Chess. All right, if you search for Quality Chess books, you have enough materials, if you think about it, in pages and moves to last a lot of time. You can't remember everything. Now, the discussion could be started of how much you can remember and so on and so forth, how much is it useful to remember. But bear in mind that you have a lot of materials. And so, how would a, how would a training, how would training usually in chess is is done by some in the following steps. I think I'll write them here in the browser so first of all you gather materials. So right, you get you have to gather videos on chess24 materials, anything, right? So you would have a starting base. Afterwards you would play on a site like Lichess, or you would play a tournament. All right, you have to play. So you first study, you have materials, you have playing, then you have an analysis. All right, so you would have, so first of all you have the books. All right, I think I should rather say chess books in order for it to be clearer what I want to say. So you would have, for instance, chess books. You would start reading it. You would do it like a Chessable course, whatever. The idea is that you would have that material, that is knowledge that is given to you forcefully by a trainer or by that book, and you absorb it, like it or not. You have the playings, you have to play, you have the chess analysis. So you would do the analysis, you would analyze your games, find out the weaknesses, exactly like we did in ChessBase. So you would analyze, you have free tools. So Stockfish is open source, you can use Stockfish. And the last part, which should be obvious, is somehow learning from those mistakes. So you will have to learn from the mistakes. Learn from mistakes. Improve. Now, this is how people learn in chess. These four are what we use. So I think it's easier if I say so. Chess books or chess materials, play tournaments, chess analysis. So you analyze the games and you learn from mistakes. If you're analyzing someone else's games, it's reading like a material. So in a sense, it's not your game. We are analyzing a different position that could have been in another book, could have been my great predecessors. It could have been any type of game, either, as long as it's not yours. So when we're discussing chess books, it usually has a system. It usually has a selection bias. It selects positions and stuff that they are forced upon you, and you learn from them. And there are thousands of books. So right now, books, videos, if you search on YouTube, there has to be about a lot of chess players. Worst case scenario, you go to Agadmator, and you see all those beautiful games. And it's actually interesting that he has a lot of, based only on his videos, you can already make a collection of interesting games to analyze. Now, the point is this. Here's the question. All these materials are expensive. Is there a way so that I could cut the chess books? So let's say I would cut this part. All right. So we don't have any materials. We do not watch videos of GM Hikaru. We don't watch videos of others. So we don't have knowledge given to us from games that we haven't played. So right now, we are left with these three options: play chess tournaments or chess games. We analyze our games and we learn from the mistakes, right? So we cut out this part, the courses part. So we are now looking only what can we do with our games, the analysis, and somehow learning from the mistakes. Now, the learning from the mistakes, we would use the Chessable. So we would gather the mistakes and somehow improve upon them. The analysis can be done in ChessBase, as I see. A simple human with an engine can check the lines. So the person who is checking the game doesn't have to be a very strong player, but it can't be only an engine, because if it's only an engine, you risk missing some inaccuracies that might have been. So each inaccuracy, each mistake that is cataloged and it's clearly explained, or somehow you know that this can be improved, is useful. So we are trying right now to play games, analyze them, and gather the mistakes and learn from the mistakes. Now my question is, can you can someone improve with this method? Because this flies in the face of a lot of chess trainers, in the sense that we are cutting materials. We are not getting knowledge from someone. So imagine a village kid, all right, a poor village kid who stumbles upon chess player like me, all right, and the deal would be, all right, friend, I don't have materials, but I can analyze games. I, as a chess player, can analyze game. So I would let him play only play games as strong as possible, and I would start analyzing his games, finding the mistakes like I did in Chessable, right? So gathering all the mistakes, putting them into account, and he has to play. So basically, I have to analyze, I as a trainer or second, or how you want to call it, I have to analyze his games and gather them into a place so that he can review them, and he has to play games and to go through his mistakes to get his corrected mistakes. All right, so as we have here, we start learning like, okay, here I didn't see this one. Yeah, I can take, because if it takes with the queen, I take the rook, and if it takes with the d-pawn, I take the knight. Now I know that tactic. Then I didn't. So again, 3 times. And this is my question. Without getting any information, any book, just by playing games and analyzing his game and improving upon those mistakes, can a chess player improve significantly? Because if it can, it means a lot. Because again, all of them, all right, usually you would say that you need materials, you need books like chess, you need books on chess strategy, so on and so forth. My question is, can someone improve just by going through his mistakes and correcting them? This is, if someone can see what is being done. So before, this is actually what Google did. First with AlphaGo and then with AlphaZero. So if you can see here, so we have chess materials. What Google did was, first they gave for the Go program, for AlphaGo, they first gave 100,000 amateur games. So they gave him chess materials. So they gave him knowledge that he would mine. So he went through that. He didn't play himself. All right. So AlphaGo first went through 100,000 games. So he went through through Go materials, if you would like. And afterwards, he started playing with himself, or playing games, analyzing his games, learning from mistakes, and improving upon. Now, that was AlphaGo. And the shocking aftermath of AlphaGo was that afterwards, they cut out the first part, the chess material, the Go part. Actually, and they made it so that it can be generalized for any game. So, for instance, for chess, they gave only the rules of chess, how he can move, and he started playing games. And this is the part where I do not know. So I honestly don't know if how did they improve the decision-making progress. So how does the playing games with an analysis and improving the decision making. So these 3 steps, This is what it was doing, in a sense. It was playing games with himself. Now, a human can't play with himself. He will play games with another human. But the point stands. He plays games, he analyzes the games, finds mistakes, and then improves his decision making by not making those types of mistakes. This is the part where I do not know exactly how they improved. I know they did it with gradual steps. My point is, I don't know how did they do the analysis, because it wasn't done by Stockfish or something like that. I think with the knowledge it had, it judged whether it was a mistake or not, but I'm not sure. So maybe next time I will know. The point is that AlphaZero started with only the games, and it did the analysis, and then it learned from mistakes. It did a lot of computation, and afterwards it was stronger than Stockfish. Now, first things first, it did not get any biased information. So it was all by what he was playing. The more he played, stronger, or it would improve, it would change it a bit, it would survive more to different tactics, different strategies. And so here's my question then. Can humans get a similar strategy? So can a human, a beginner or not a beginner, the method is the same. You would get a human to play games, that's it, play games and review the mistakes. Review meaning all the selected mistakes that were here, that were gathered. He would go through them. Alright, the player only has to do that, and there is the second, the trainer, if you will, who has only two jobs: to analyze the game with Stockfish, to be sure, and to collect them to be analyzed. So it's not the same thing that you would let the computer analyze the game. It's gone. No, because we're starting to discuss about inaccuracies. So the better the human player, the better the analyst, the better the one who's analyzing the game, the more inaccuracies he will find. All right. So, but the point remains that and 1600 can do that. All right, he will not find all the mistakes, but he will find good enough to explain them. So even someone who isn't necessarily 2200 or 2300 can analyze the game like this. And so, with that being said, this is a question for me that I am pursuing right now, and I am testing it on myself and any volunteers who would want, because this thing is shocking. If it flies in the face of a lot of wisdom, of a lot of trainer wisdom. So I would imagine you get a village boy, and what I'm suggesting here is he only has to play games, and to run through the Chessable account. Okay, if it's not Chessable, it's another game collection, card collection. There should be a lot of different techniques. Even in Chessbase you can do, but I find it easier to do it in Chessable. So Chessable is good enough for me. This is the question then. Can someone actually get a good enough improvement comparable with traditional training methods, where again you would need chess books or chess materials or games or any from someone else, not your own. So if you're reading Bobby Fischer or some other type of book, these games are not your own. All right, so you are getting knowledge which in a sense is not directly relevant to your level now. And this is why, if you cut this, this is only you. This entire play games, chess analysis, and learn from the mistakes is strictly you. And then the question is, how much can you learn from the mistakes? As you've seen here in a single game, I already found a tactic which is good enough for a book, for instance, for a book. It's a typical tactical shot, yeah? But now I am able to repeat it just from one game, all right? And here this is now a good enough experiment. A colleague of mine said that in a sense what I'm doing is I'm doing machine learning. I'm doing AI, but not using artificial intelligence. So these are techniques for artificial intelligence, if you would, but they are used. I would use them on a human or on human players. And the point stands: you cannot bullshit a chess analysis. For instance, in chess, we are not. You cannot bullshit the player. It's either what Stockfish says that you could have gotten a large enough advantage, or it is not. We don't care about the text. This move works or not. And so it's very clear cut. The rules are very clear cut, and the way I imagine it, so is that if it's done correctly with each game, the player becomes stronger. So you have your player now, and if you have your player in 1 month time, he will be significantly stronger in 1 month time. At least I'm thinking in beginners if they do it. Now, afterwards we can discuss, we can also, so any idea is welcomed. What I'm saying is this is a part where it's not being done like that. No one is doing it like this. No one is trying to, no one has the goal to try this thing. So I find it interesting, this new method. At the very least, it would make you at least more sincere with yourself. Because as I said, I didn't see a tech. I gave a pawn in one move. I didn't see a tech. I played a horrible game. I made mistakes, even though I'm not completely beginner chess player. So this is why I say even stronger players make mistakes, and if they somehow reduce the number of mistakes, they might become significantly stronger. And there was that, of course, like in AlphaZero, that when it started, it beat, no, not AlphaZero, AlphaGo. It was when it beat Juan Hui, right? It was good enough to beat a professional Go player like Juan Hui, but it wasn't necessarily strong enough to beat Lee Sedol. And this is the point. It got stronger in 3 months, 4 months, predictably stronger by playing games and improving its method. So again, a lot of talk. Now you know what I actually intend, what is my method, what I'm trying to learn. And now, well, let's first play a bullet game just to get the hang of it. All right. And to test. All right. Place this. Take. He has to be careful a bit. All right, he knows. And I don't. Okay, a knight here. So everything is pretty standard. I think I just... Yeah, and now he's going to have a load of problems. Yep. And then another rook coming. Yep. And now, again, we have an advantage. But now I'm not missing again those tactics. So we take. Alright. And we take. And then we defend. Yep. And now, if he takes, I get bishop h7. So it takes like this. And alright, fair enough. I take. I take again. And this should be, and he lost. Oops. Yeah, so the tactics are starting to work in the sense that I'm becoming a bit more accurate. Now, again, we analyze the game. Or we play more and get a bit stronger. But for the moment, let's just humor me. And we'll go through the game again. So we download the games. So we always have the games. We see them, right? Pretty standard stuff. Knight f6, as I recall, knight takes f6 is the move. But and now again, I don't need to have something special. Just and here we can already see that I made a mistake. Wow. So rook e1 is not a good move. Yeah, and this is how you find out. So rook e1 was not a good move. Here I should have played something either c3 or bishop e3. Well, okay. Get the point that he wants. Or queen e2, that would have been, yeah, that would have been much more annoying. Because I'm starting to threaten queen e4. But, or if you want another move that is good enough is c3. So it depends. Now, Stockfish has a annoying habit of overvaluing positions, but then again, I think queen e2 should have been played at least. So I'm threatening queen e4. All right. I play rook e1. He played bishop d7, which is not good at all. Knight e5. And now he played queen d8, which is again not very good. And here I didn't see this idea. Yeah, this one would have been nice. So here, yeah, queen h5. Now I'm threatening bishop takes h6. Yes, and if it takes, yeah, I'm starting to have mating ideas. So yeah, I think it's already lost. I'm threatening way too many pieces. It just goes to show that if you play, so first we impose our typical positions, right? Normal development, and then just one small slip, and then it's all over. Now, I didn't see this move, which would have been really killer. So now I'm threatening bishop takes h6. Yeah, bishop takes h6, so something like this would have been nice. But then again, I'm human. That's what I can say. I'm threatening mate with this one, and it's pretty much game over because the rook is coming on e3. This is like a Kasparov game. You would get rook e3, rook g3, and all mate. I'm attacking with 4 pieces, he's defending with nothing. So easy peasy. But yeah, you have to see the idea. Alright, so I play queen e2, I play c3, which is good enough. He took, and then queen e4, and it's already game over. I took. And again, we use all our pieces. We always use all our pieces in attack. So I think, yeah, in Jacob Agard's book, there was this idea of bringing everyone to the party. Yeah, bringing everyone to the party. So the point is that when you have all your pieces in the attack, usually you are the one dictating the events. You are prepared for tactics. So yeah, I took on g6, and then here, okay, this is nice. This is actually nice. Yeah, bishop takes on f7. Yeah, if he takes with the queen, I have queen h5. Yeah, this would have been, yeah, check and then take, and it's a game over. Yeah, bishop takes f7, and if he takes with the queen, I presume I take, and I have way too many pawns. Yeah, and opposite color bishops, I can attack. He can't even challenge the d file. So yeah, another tactical shot. I saw that I can play bishop to e4, and it's good enough. He took. Yeah, I just wanted to not get back any back rank mates, and I took, and I took on c7. And after this one, it's pretty much, yeah, this is game over. And again, I did not play a perfect game. I played a good enough game, right? But I can improve them. So here, queen e2 or c3, either one. And again, we are doing the same technique. We have our games with white. We actually have, I put in the bookmark the chessboard setup editor. So you would access it through setup position, right? So copy it or bookmark it, and you have it there. So I always, because it's easier for me, I always open that one. And here again, so first off, not rook e1, but maybe queen e2. So copy position. Again, here we could debate on what move to, what we consider an inaccuracy, what we consider good enough move. I choose to select moves like this. Someone else might select them differently. It's also, I think, gives you an idea of something similar with musicians or musician instructors who react to certain performances. They could hear certain mistakes. So some people hear some mistakes, some people don't care about those mistakes, or some people actually consider it something good. It's part of the performance. So that that is a legitimate discussion. I would prefer this for the moment, at least. This is how I choose the variation. And again, here, this is a nice move. So I didn't see this shot. I didn't even know it. But then again, now we do queen h5, and I'm threatening bishop takes h6, which is really a nice move. And yeah, it is game over. Yep. So now we add it. Game's white. Again, we go back, and now the final tactical shot, which I didn't see, but now we at least know of it. So bishop takes here, and it's about it, at least for me, because I'll take on g5. I think I have to, might put this line, but it's pretty obvious. So now from here on, no mistakes by white. So this is it. Now we can review them. So we go back to the website. We have games white, right? We can also delete the progress that was made. So in order to be able to practice them again. And now we have games white. We can start learning. And again, the same moves that should have been played. Next lesson. Castles, castles, castles. Here, queen f3, rook d1. It's getting, this is the point, I'm starting to remember, I'm forced to remember these positions. Here, bishop g3. Yeah, bishop g3, bishop g3. Again, next lesson, bishop g3. After I took on e6, which was very bad. And here, the mother load of wrong moves. Yeah, here also, bishop here. Actually, I missed, when I first did the analysis, I missed one moment where I could have also do it. It will appear afterwards. So now, yeah, knight f1, which is, again, this is just from 2 games. So now, yeah, here I had to take a pawn, but mistakes were made, as was in that book. Mistakes were made. Yeah, and here I could take on e5. If you take with the queen, I'll take the rook. So, and if you take with the d pawn, I take the knight. So that, again, this is another position I actually missed when I did. Yeah, and here queen e2, queen e2, right? So we go, and here queen h5. This is nice. Yeah, and bishop takes, and it's all over. Takes. Yeah. Yeah. After bishop e8, yeah, you could argue that there is a bit more to it than just that, but it's a starting point, at least for me. Oh, not there. Yeah, there, and then check, and then take. Yeah, so take, check, check, take. Yeah, it's almost starting to feel like a tactics book. Check, take. And it's showing me again because then congrats, we did it. Now let's do another game, because this is how we learn. Another bullet, just to be able to show you quickly what I have in mind. Oh, I moved back. Let's see, c5, again a Najdorf, and it's not a Najdorf, right? And he's trying to trick me. Yeah, he is. All right, better safe than sorry. Castles. Actually, a teammate lost in a similar fashion. He played a knight on d7 and he got a knight on f7 trick. Alright, but this is already outrageous. Alright, how do we play? 6 should... Alright, he has that move, which is a bit unpleasant. Alright, now he's gifting me pawns. Should I take or should I not? Alright. So, pawns are being gifted, which is always nice, but maybe not today. So he will play. Oh, that's not what I had in mind. Oh boy. Alright, g6, we have to play it. This is not getting nice. I think I missed some tricks, but then again. Alright, he's trying to mate me, which is rather obnoxious of him. But if I take, he takes. So then I take. Well, now there's a brave soul. And well, I can't calculate anything, so then again. Why can't I take the rook? Ah, he takes and takes. No. I take the rook. He takes and takes. He takes on f6 and takes on f5. Yeah, should be nasty. Oh boy, this is the type of game that I really do not like. But you win some, you lose some. Alright, at least now I shouldn't get mated. Alright, and now take another. Now I'm threatening his bishop. So, and I'm threatening to exchange queens and be done with that attack. So, let's see what he has in mind. Because right now I am starting to like what I'm seeing. And whoops. So, for real, I take. Yeah. And check, and no more attack for you. Check and take. And this should be good enough. With an emphasis on should. And another one. Take, check. And we have a game. And this is actually a nice game. So, again, for now I want to show the method. So this is why I will analyze the game, and then we will do it again. Usually you would play the games. So there would be the player and the trainer separately. The player, because the workload is a lot. So if you separate them and the player has faith in the trainer that he will do his job well enough, the player then can do his job, meaning play games and run through the mistakes. So again, we go download the games. We would have this game, which is good enough for us, for our purposes. We have our trusty engine prepared. So knight, bishop c4. I'm actually don't know exactly how this line should be dealt with, because he can play c3 d4 anytime. So I'm guessing knight f6 is good enough. e5, take, e6, and I think this works well enough. So here I can play, yeah. So this is the first mistake, yeah, because I think I've seen something like this, yeah. If I'm not mistaken, it was something like this: queen e2, castles, and he played a knight to d7, and he got this cute trick. Well, cute depending on how you see it, but he lost badly. But I saw that game and I remember this trick. So yeah, but here it doesn't work. So he doesn't have any knight f7 because I take, and e6 is defended still. He doesn't have any attack. Yeah, and if I get to play this, he'll have to retreat, or otherwise I'm exchanging. So if he plays d4, take, and take, yeah, take, and then wait, what? Did I messed up? Ah, first you take here. Okay, and if he takes, then take. Ah, and then you check, and then you take the pawn. Yeah, or like that. Easy tactics. Yeah, take it, take, and check on a5, and then take the. So yeah, knight d7 was a bit better, or maybe bishop d6 is actually even better. Same idea, I presume. I can take, or I can give a check and take, queen a5, and then queen e5, or just take and knight g4, and it's already bad enough. So bishop d6, and if you have to retreat already, it's not a good sign. Oh, whoops, deleted this one. So yeah, probably instead of here, or queen c7, this is actually another move that does look, but yeah, bishop d6 is probably the, and now he wants knight d7. Well, I'm such a genius. Yeah, bishop d, yeah, so knight d7, I think I'll leave it like that. The point is to attack that knight, and then bishop d6, queen c7, and then you can go anytime. So I played bishop e7, castle, castle. f4 is a move that is very committal. And now I blundered everything. Or not? Am I a genius or not? So he played f4, d4, which means his light squares are weak. This is how I would think. First order of business, get your pieces into the attack. So b5, and of course, nice. This is a nice tactic. Did not see it. Yeah, so here I had queen b6, right? And if he takes, I have bishop b7, and he loses the queen. So see that in a favorable position, tactics appear. If you see them, you start. If you are aware of them, you can start punishing your opponents. Yeah, so here queen b6 would have been way more, way nastier for him, because now my rook is coming into the attack and the d4 pawn is hanging. I can take it anytime. Yeah, this would have been better. Yeah, I played rook a7, he played bishop d3, I played bishop b7, which is not good. And of course I had to take, of course, in the sense that you bring your rook and then you move your bishop, and that way everything is attacked, everything is defended, and that rook is doing something. Yeah, so again, I point to it. So now, yeah, I could take here on d4, which is again better, or g6. Now g6 is the type of move I really hate, but might be good enough. Yeah, the stupidity is that my rook is on a7 and is not doing anything. But I presume, yeah, bishop e4, and now I'm exchanging his pieces, and he has a weak pawn. He has a weak pawn on d4, so then I can attack something. So yeah, I misjudged it very badly. All right, he played this g6, forced f5, which is completely losing, and now tactics. Oh, god damn it. Well, this is how you learn. So of course this is not working. Of course, when the engine shows you, but then again, but there's a pin, and everything is falling apart. The position is falling apart. Your d4 pawn is falling. Your rook is falling. Yeah, material losses. So easy peasy. But I take on d4, which is okay. It is good enough. But again, I could take here, but yeah, but this is not that bad. And then I took everything, and from here on in, it's game over. I think. Yeah. So again, a single game, we found a lot of inaccuracies. So they're not necessarily mistakes as much as they're inaccuracies. They could have made moves that were a little bit better. So c3, and again, we are doing same stuff that we did here. Go back, chess to chessable. Yeah, same. We copy position, paste, and add to my course and add it to Games Black. Oh, what? Ah, I didn't select the move. Yeah, so knight d7. This is a better move. Castles, castles, yeah. And now this position. Again, a tactical trick worth noting. Yeah, much better. Queen b6. The idea that if you take, you have bishop b7. So add. Select course, Games Black. It is tedious. Again, you have to choose each time you. So this is why I'm saying that a player focuses only on playing and reviewing his mistakes. That's it. And the trainer, who is paid or not, does this job. He has to analyze accurately and to get all the moves, all the mistakes here. So again, cd4, much better. Well, this is how we learn. Oops, yeah, I copied it. So you see, I copied the wrong fan position. I went back, learn chess at night, and I still put the same position. Oh, okay, copy board again, and now take c7, and now another move that I can add. Not games white, games black. We did it. So cd, and then again here, much better would have been this, but worked out for the best. Games a black. All right, so, and now this position, again, an error that I made. I did not see. I felt something is wrong, but feeling and seeing are two different things. So it happens in chess games that you know or you feel that you should be winning, but you can't find the blow, right? So it happens to all of us. Yeah, but here it was good enough. And that, my friends, is the method, my reasoning, what kind of questions I'm asking. Right now, in this channel for the moment, I will be playing games. I will be explaining what I'm playing, and I will be creating. You will see me creating my deck of mistakes, but you also could do this, and hopefully I will engage at least some Romanian chess players to come up with their ideas, and hopefully, if all is right, other people from abroad also, the other chess players, anyone is welcome, because this is we are asking questions right now. We are doing science in a sense. We are asking if we can learn without chess books, starting from scratch or from what we know, just by playing games, analyzing those games, and going through the mistakes. This is my question. If it works, it's rather interesting. This is the AlphaZero method of learning, right? And I hope you enjoy